I mean, just seeing how hard Vegeta trains throughout the entire Dragon Ball storyline, you would think he would have already surpassed Goku in strength. That's not the case. What's up, BB Squad, and welcome back to another video. It's Sunday morning, and you know what that means? Yes, we're gonna be breaking down some anime training yet again, focusing on Dragon Ball Z and Super and highlight Vegeta's big training mistake. And you're probably wondering, what exactly is Vegeta's big training mistake? Well, we're gonna talk about that shortly, and of course, relate it to real life, so that way you can learn from this mistake. And I'm quite sure many of us have made this mistake in the past, and still currently do. But before we talk about Vegeta and his training mistake, we have to better understand his past. And that's gonna take us all the way back to his childhood, back on planet Vegeta. Now, Vegeta was born into royalty, being that his father was the king of the very young planet to which he was born, making him, of course,
I am the Prince of all Saiyans once again!
Being that you're born into royalty, we all could pretty much assume that royalty aimed to keep their bloodline strong, either through selective breeding or, of course, yeah, I think you already know.
I said, don't nobody my daughter but me.
But guys, that's usually how the process goes for retaining your royal bloodline. So we all can assume, and it's been stated numerous times in Dragon Ball Z, that all Saiyans are born with a certain amount of power. Now, the same hierarchy of power level classification usually goes like this: low class, mid class, and elite class Saiyan warriors. Each class comes with their own specific range of power. Low class level is 1 to 2500. We all know who came from this Saiyan class: Raditz, and of course, the GOAT. My man Goku started at 1.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Mid-class level is 2500 to 7500. I believe Nappa will be placed in this class. Elite class level is anything more than 7500. We all know King Vegeta and of course the Prince of all Saiyans is from this class. Now, judging from these Saiyan power level classes, one can assume if you're born with a good base level of power, then rightfully so, as you grow older, you'll probably be one of the strongest, right? That's not the case. We've seen Goku literally rise from the bottom of the barrel and become one of the strongest, if not arguably the strongest Saiyan in history. Goku has shown us time and time again what hard work, determination, and dedication is, and one can assume he is naturally the most talented Saiyan. Even though there are other talented Saiyans out there, comment below who do you think is the most natural talented Saiyans. That includes half Saiyans too. I'm really curious who you guys are gonna pick. But back to what I was saying. Goku, his father Bardock in the original movie was even disgusted with Goku's power.
Kakarot, huh? You see it too somehow, don't you? Only an average power level. I thought you were special.
With Vegeta's power level being fairly high, especially at a young age, I'm sure most of the Saiyans around that time will probably agree he'll go down as one of the strongest Saiyans in history. But that didn't happen. Vegeta is still super strong, don't get me wrong. However, he is not the strongest. He's always behind Goku no matter what he does to get there. From training with injuries in the gravity ship, hyperbolic time chamber, and more. He always seems to fall short of being able to surpass his rival. Why do you think that? I mean, we could easily say Toriyama wrote the characters, that's how he wrote the story. He absolutely despises Vegeta. I have read that a couple of places, but let's not assume that's the case. Let's just say in the perfect DBZ universe, Goku and Vegeta are pretty much equal, but something very important is preventing Vegeta from surpassing Goku. And I personally believe that one thing that is preventing Vegeta from surpassing Goku in power is something that, again, we have done in the past or still currently do. That is overtraining. Guys, overtraining is something that kills your gains, ruins your appetite, disrupts your sleep patterns, and makes you irritable, and more. Overtraining is very common, especially amongst athletes such as fighters. Fighters go through a lot, having to sharpen up their combat skills, working out, conditioning, and more. And on top of that, they still have to cut weight. When you add all of those things up, you can easily see how this leads to overtraining. Overtraining will make it harder for you to lose weight because your body is now in a constant state of stress. So your cortisol levels, which is a stress hormone, will be circulating throughout your blood. You're gonna find it extremely discouraging because you're probably wondering why you haven't lost weight. It's again, overtraining. If your cortisol levels are up, you're gonna find it extremely discouraging. I mean, you're gonna be wondering, why haven't I lost weight? It's again, overtraining. If you're someone like me, for the longest time, I was struggling to increase my strength. Guys, I was struggling to get past 4 handstand push-ups for the longest time. I was like, what's going on? Is my body just slow? It can't do anything? I was overtraining. That was the direct cause. Now, I could just bust them out. Guys, you have to know when it's time to rest, when enough is enough. And the craziest thing is that you might not even know that you're overtraining. Most of the time we ignore the signs that our body is trying to tell us, or we're so out of tune with our own bodies that we don't know what's going on. A couple of factors that may indicate that you're overtraining: decreased performance, loss of appetite, chronic or nagging injuries, and the biggest one for me, and probably others, is excessive fatigue. See, your adrenal glands, which play a big role in regulating metabolism, immune system, blood pressure, response to stress, and producing hormones, and two big hormones that come from the adrenal gland are norepinephrine and epinephrine, or noradrenaline and adrenaline. These two hormones play a crucial role in stress response, so increasing your heart rate, blood pressure, and more. When you are overtraining or just constantly overwhelmed in general, the adrenal gland is constantly working to produce hormones for you to help you respond to stress. Remember, cortisol is also produced from the adrenal gland. So when you're constantly having these hormones circulating, then it's gonna be harder for your body to rejuvenate and recover. That's why it's super important for you guys to rest and to know your limits. We all have them. We just have to know when it's time to go beyond and when it's time to chill out. Like Goku and Gohan did before they fought Perfect Cell. But good old Vegeta was in that hyperbolic time chamber, training again after that humbling whooping from Perfect Cell. His thinking was, if I train a bit more than Goku, then for sure I'll be able to finally surpass him. Which in theory makes sense, right? But again, it's one of those things. You have to know your body and realize when your body is at rest, it's repairing, recovering, and getting stronger and stronger. And Goku told Vegeta this.
If you think torturing your body in there is the same as training, then go for it. I wish you'd take my advice, Vegeta. But I know how important it is to you that you keep up with my strength level.
Hard-headed Vegeta, what did he do? He didn't listen to Goku, and guess what? He ended up not being stronger than Goku or Gohan. Guys, I can't stress this enough. You have to know your bodies. When it's time to rest, rest. That way you can grow and become stronger. Don't make that big training mistake Vegeta had made throughout the entire Dragon Ball series. Don't get me wrong, it worked for him when he acquired Super Saiyan, but remember, he just acquired Super Saiyan. Take Goku, however, he was getting ready to battle that imminent heart virus, so he couldn't properly prepare. Vegeta has repeatedly made this mistake of overtraining. And guess what? It cost him. Tell me this, how can you expect to surpass someone when you don't really give your body time to rest? Recovery is crucial. It's super important, if not more than important than training itself. Not overly doing it, but really ensure that you are properly resting. When Goku and Gohan took those days off in preparation to fight Cell, you've seen the fruits of their labor. Or really, lack of labor, because again, they were resting. Goku put up a decent fight with Cell, and Gohan, of course, defeated him. But we all know Gohan at that time was in another bracket of strength. But you guys get my point. Rest and recovery is super important. Don't make the same mistake Vegeta made. Give your body time to rest and watch your muscles grow, strengthen more, soar through the roof. And even if you feel like you could do one more rep with perfect or semi-perfect form, leave it there. Remember, we're trying to build strength, not always test strength. There's a difference. Don't even make that same mistake I made in my past. Be better than me.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
That's what it's all about. Passing down the knowledge and wisdom that I have onto you guys so that way you guys can be better and better. So that's all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to smash that like button. Most importantly, make sure you are properly subscribed. I'll see you guys next Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Peace and love. Go beyond and not shade. Boom. We out, baby.